What is going on, everybody? I am the FD Guru, bringing to you guys a Monday NBA edition of my DFS podcast. We have 6 games on the main slate tonight. Both FanDuel and DraftKings included that late game between the Suns and the Clippers, which kind of sucks because they've been doing a good job of leaving the late games off of the main slate. It's really an island game tonight. Because the next closest game is at 8 o'clock Eastern, so you have 2.5 hours in between games, and the Suns have a lot of injuries, questionable guys on their injury report, so you're not even going to be able to prepare for that because we're not going to get news, until after 5 of the 6 games lock, so it would have been better if they left that game off, but there was only 6 games tonight, so I kind of understand why they included it. Nonetheless, I'll give you guys 5 plays as I usually do in this video, 1 for each position, using FanDuel salaries. We also have the national championship game tonight between Washington and Michigan, so I'll be making single game lineups for that as well, even though I can't play in my state. But we have some injuries on the injury report, but not a ton. We got Jason Tatum out for rest tonight, so that opens up some stuff. Sam Hauser's also out for the Celtics. We have Damian Lillard out tonight for personal reasons for the Bucks. That opens up some Bucks value. We got that news last night. We got Bruce Brown on the injury report for the Pacers, along with Nembhard and Isaiah Jackson. For the Bulls, we got Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine was probable today, and he got downgraded to questionable. So that's usually a sign that he is more likely not to play tonight. You also have Patrick Williams, Alex Caruso on that injury report. And then a late addition to the Hornets injury report is Cody Martin being questionable, who was looking like a decent value at 5,100 as a starter, but he's questionable right now. We don't really have anything else. And then that Suns team, as I said earlier, we got Nasir Little, Eric Gordon, Kevin Durant, and Bobo on the injury report. So we're not going to really be able to do much with that since that game is at 10:30 Eastern. But we'll get right into things at point guard. I like Derek White. Again, no Jason Tatum tonight, no Sam Hauser. So we're going to see some extra usage for White, for Jaylen Brown, Drew Holiday, Kristaps Porzingis. Not going to be able to get to Porzingis as much as I want to on FanDuel because he is 8,900, whereas on DraftKings he's a full $1,000 cheaper, so he's a lot chalkier on DraftKings tonight. I'd like to get to other Celtics tonight because they're cheaper than Porzingis, and they really are going to have the same role. Derek White has been cooking all year long. He has the highest plus minus over any NBA player this year. While Jordan Poole has the worst plus minus in the NBA. But White's a stud. 8K needs 40 fantasy points. We'll have a better chance of getting there tonight with the increased usage with no Jason Tatum. We can expect this game to stay close now. They blew out the Pacers in Indiana last game. Now that Tatum's not there, Sam Hauser, a key bench piece, they're only 3-point favorites now. And it's a 247 over-under these first 2 games of the night. The highest over-unders, Celtics and Pacers 247, OKC and Washington 247. They're both 247. The only blowout risk of the night is the OKC Thunder on the road against the Wizards. They're 10.5-point favorites. If that game can stay close, SGA could absolutely go off. But I like Derek White. He can play point guard and shooting guard on FanDuel. 8K looks like a good price on him as one of the top usages on the Celtics tonight, and obviously that matchup against the Pacers never hurts anybody. Shooting guard, we're going to go to Jaylen Brown. I like Jaylen Brown the most on tonight's slate over any other Celtic. He's borderline just the best value play on the slate tonight at 8,500, cheaper than Porzingis on FanDuel. We got to get to Jaylen Brown. He's probably going to be in everything I do tonight. Obviously, the number one scorer on this team when Jason Tatum is not playing. He needs 42 fantasy points to hit value. He's projected for around 45 tonight. And then he obviously has 50-plus fantasy point upside. He's going to play a bunch of minutes. Unbelievable matchup against the Pacers. Really good spot for the Celtics tonight on the road. The game should stay close. There should be a lot of points and a lot of usage. In terms of usage for Celtics bench guys with no Hauser, I'm guessing Horford starts in Tatum's place, and they put Porzingis at the 5 or Horford at the 5, doesn't really matter. Maybe you get a little bit of Brissett in place of Sam Hauser if you wanted to go there. I don't even know how much he is, but anything outside of this starting 5 for the Celtics is going to be dicey tonight because they, fluctuate and rotate their starters in and out all game long. So it's not as black and white as you think it is. Maybe Brissett tonight. He's been playing, up towards 20 minutes over the last few games. Just needs 17 fantasy or 18 fantasy points to hit value. If you wanted to dive down, you could do that, but there's a couple of guys on the Bucks that I think are a little bit more comfortable, and we'll get right into that. Small forward, is it MarJon? Yeah, MarJon Beauchamp. Good chance he's starting in place of Damian Lillard. Right now, the projected lineup is that Beauchamp starts because Cameron Payne is also out, so they don't really have a guard. Chris Middleton and Giannis are gonna bring the balls up. They're just not gonna really have a true point guard tonight. Beauchamp should play plenty of minutes tonight with no Lillard out there. He's been playing. He's kind of like a Brissett on the Celtics, but there's way more usages for Beauchamp than Brissett tonight because the Celtics still have 4, borderline superstars on their team with White, Holiday, Porzingis, and Brown. So the Bucks only have Middleton and Giannis tonight, so there's a little bit of extra opportunities for these cheap guys on the Bucks. I like Beauchamp. You could even look at Malik Beasley's all the way down to 4,400 too. Now he'll be starting, but he's been really bad as of late. Maybe he grades out better with Lillard off the court. I like Beauchamp, though. He'll play 20 minutes, probably more. I'm going to project him for around 24 minutes tonight. He played 23 last game with Lillard playing. There's going to be, Lillard plays 35 to 37 minutes a game, so that's a lot of minutes to give to these backups. I like Beauchamp. He looks like the best sub 4K guy tonight for value. Power forward, we're going to go to Deni Avdija. He was a huge piece for us on Saturday night on the hybrid and cash teams. The cash team cooked, took the NBA slate off yesterday on Sunday because there was so much on my plate with NFL. Week 18, lot going on, so I had to take NBA off. I wasn't going to be able to, give out, content that I felt confident about. I would never want to put you guys in that position, but we're back here. Avdija from Saturday did really well for us, 6,400. Hopefully this game can stay close because it looks really good. Again, the 247 over-under. Both teams play fast. Both teams don't have the best defenses. He needs 32 fantasy points to hit value. Played 33 minutes against the Knicks, 23 and 10 for 46. He even has a 50 spot a few games ago, so he's been playing well as of late. Hitting value in 4 out of his last 5 games. In 2 of those 5 games, he has 45 plus fantasy points. So Avdija seems to be hitting a bit of a stride. A week or two ago, he was kind of not getting sustainable minutes as a starter. He was having games when he was only playing 24, 20, 23 minutes, but we've seen his minutes go up into the 30s a little bit more consistently over the last week, which is good to see. One of the more consistent guys on this Wizards team, which doesn't say much because they really have just him. Tyus Jones is pretty good, and obviously Kyle Kuzma. Jordan Poole sucks so much ass. I like Avdija, though, at 6,400. He can play small forward and power forward tonight, so that's always a nice thing to have on FanDuel. And then for center, kind of a weird position tonight. I was looking at Al Horford. That game's at 7 o'clock Eastern, so we're going to get news before lock. I think he's going to start. If Al Horford starts tonight, he's going to pan out pretty well. No Tatum, tons of extra usage. 29 minutes, 37 fantasy points. When he gets the extra minutes and he gets the extra usage, Horford has no issue getting over 30 fantasy points. He needs 30 to hit value tonight. I might look to him. He can only play center. I wish he still had that power forward eligibility. He probably should, but we'll see what the Celtics end up doing in the starting lineup. Horford is someone to monitor tonight, though, at center. I have Bam. Bam's going to look good tonight against the Rockets. 9,100 needs 45 fantasy points. No Jimmy Butler. Caleb Martin's also doubtful again. So all the usage falls on to Bam and Tyler Hero. He's been playing well as of late. 35 minutes we can project him for. I don't think we're worrying about a blowout in this game. The Heat are only 4-point favorites at home due to the fact that they don't have Jimmy Butler yet again. They're a completely different team when Jimmy Butler is not playing. Bam Adebayo will have plenty of usages. He's well over a fantasy point per minute guy with Jimmy Butler off the court. Again, him and Tyler Hero, they're going to be the two guys tonight. The Rockets do play a little bit slower, but the Heat play fast enough where this over-under is still 220. And Bam, his ceiling is as good as anyone's tonight. 65 a few games ago, a 56 in there. Needs 45 to hit value tonight. He's averaging almost 45 on the year. He looks pretty good if you want to spend up. He's not like a you should feel bad if you don't get to him kind of play tonight. He just looks good. Center's not exactly stacked. If you have the money, I mean, he's only $200 more than Porzingis, and I would rather have Bam tonight. He's going to have more usage on that Heat team without Jimmy Butler. There's still plenty of stars on the Celtics. And if you're going with Derek White and Jaylen Brown from this video, it's just too many mouths to feed if you were to get to Porzingis too. So I like Bam. You could even go with Şengün, but flip of a coin head to head, I'm taking Bam over Şengün tonight going against each other. I just think Bam has a few more ways to get there than Şengün does. And then again, my value would be Horford at 6,000 as of right now. That'll do it for this video, guys. Like it, subscribe. Let's get after this main slate tonight, kick off the week on the right note, and excited for that national championship game tonight. I'll have stuff for that as well. Till next time, I am the FD Guru. See ya.